we're going to be taking a look at Lab Wars, which is a game by Alleycat Games. Now, for listeners of the podcast, do you remember that we talked about this a few months ago because we met the creators at the UK Games Expo, who both happen to be alumni of a university where both Ray and I work. So we were quite keen to see this one get funded, and it did, and obviously, because there it is. Now, this is the version that includes the Legends of Science expansion pack because I backed at that level. So if we look at the back, you can see it is a game that takes 30 to 60 minutes to play. It's 2 to 4 players, ages 12 and up. The stage is set. You've got a big research grant to start up your own lab, and you think you are closing in on the scientific find of the generation. But wait, there are competitors hot on your heels also searching for that scientific golden nugget. Players compete by using their specialised research team to build up their labs, conduct experiments, sabotage competitors, and collect research and impact points in the race to win Lab Wars. There's the web address, lab-wars.com. Say Alleycat Games. Brief overview of the components inside the box here as well. So let's crack this one open and take a look at Lab Wars.
Darwin, Franklin, Einstein, and now you. Welcome to the world of Lab Wars, where you'll do science with the best of them. Lab Wars is a science-themed card game for 2 to 4 budding scientists. The cards even represent real scientific equipment and research experiments. Take control of your own research team and expand your lab in order to discover the next scientific breakthrough. But watch out, rival researchers are trying to set you back so they can take the glory for themselves. In order to protect your progress and impede that of your competitors, you'll need to engage in a little scientific sabotage of your own.
Okay, the box is open. It's nice and shiny, as you can see. Let's crack it open. Oops, hello. Oh, hello. Things to pop out, always fun. Okay, so we've got the rules here. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Let's put the box lid to one side. Okay, lots of nice little cardboard pop-outs there, and some cards. Let's put this to one side. Right, let's take a look at the rules first of all. Okay, these look very straightforward. First off, you've got overview of the components and how you interpret the different symbols on the cards. You've got a rules overview, a setup obviously, and then overview of the rules. Won't go into this in too much detail. If you want to know more about the rules, then so you can always go to the website or check out the Kickstarter videos. And there's a few descriptions of the various icons. So you have the research points. So I would imagine this is how you keep track of the research points. You get 1s, and then when you've got 4, you can trade them in for a 5. I'm going to have fun popping those out a bit later. Okay, we've got our different decks of cards, so I'll just crack these open and then sort them all out by type. So I'm back in a moment. Okay, so here we have the different types of cards. So I'll go through these in the order they're in the manual. So we've got impact cards. The red impact cards give you the impact points necessary to win the game. The lab item cards, these allow you to do the necessary experiments to gather resources such as data or research points. The action cards, you use them to sabotage competitors or get an unfair advantage. The character cards is where each player gets their research team, so there's 5 sets of 5, but also because this is the expansion, there's a few extra cards in there which I'll show you. You've got the genius card, which indicates who goes first. We've got Albert on the back. And we've got some cheat sheets, which are just little player aid cards, which are the summaries of the rules, just to explain the turn order. So let's have a look at some of these cards. So let's look at the impact cards first. So these give you impact points, so that tells you how many points they're worth at the end of the game. Nurture paper even. A Nobel Prize is worth 10 points. Of course it is. A news article. I think those are probably from the expansion. I'm not sure about that, but there's lots of different ones. So, yep. That's the impact cards. The lab item cards. So these are like your resources basically. So you've got pipettes, which are the basic ones. thermal cyclers. So all sorts of things you'd see in a science lab. You can patent something, patent or patent, depending on what part of the world you're from. You can get a research grant. Ooh, secret tech. Mass spec. A craze technician. Genome editing tech. Fluorescent tech. Centrifuge. DNA sequencer. An electron microscope. And here we go. So we've got some extra stuff here from the expansion. So HMS Beagle, P-plants, the lab book, supercomputer. We all want one of those. Some X-ray tech, some corn plants, and a stethoscope. So those are the various things you can use to gain points that you need to win. Next up we have the action cards. These are what let you do things. So take any discarded action card with the copycat. You've got Schrodinger's cat, Future Tech, Stuxnet virus, nasty. Interdisciplinary meltdown, oh dear. Falsification, someone's been falsifying their reports. Your first patent. Radioactive sabotage, a stolen X-ray, an infiltrator, editorial favour, academic ladder, peer review fast track, and then we've got some acidic stem cells, a rising star, a shady collaborator, a shady PhD student. Lots of shady people in here. And last but not least, we've got the character cards. So everyone's got a postdoc, an emeritus professor, principal investigator, a professor, and a PhD student. And then you've got, in the Legends of Science expansion pack, we've also got a few of these. So these are the Legends of Science: Franklin, Darwin, Mendel, McClintock, and Francis McBarnett. So each of those gives you special abilities. And yeah, I'm not really going to go through the rules, as we never do on these unboxing videos. That's something for another time. This is just for you to get a look at the components. Really nice quality cards, and I really like the artwork and the illustrations on them. So that's a quick look at the components of Lab Wars. If you want to know more, then the web address is, as I say, it's on the box. It's lab-wars.com. So if you want to know more, just go there to check it out. As it says here, if this version of Lab Wars includes the Legends of Science expansion pack, you can tell which ones they are because the cards have a golden background. So yeah, it is the ones I thought it was, so that's okay. I should have really noticed when I took it apart, but there you go. And then there's the information about what you have to do differently if you've got the expansion. So yeah, there's Lab Wars. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!